Just
Hi Maya, myself is Mohammed Talaleola and I am the Olon student at Riyan School Islamabad campus. So today I think that I discuss another topic with you. So my topic is why stealing is wrong. Hello Maya, thank you for your joining today. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic. So why stealing is wrong. I hope you are ready to share your thoughts. Let's begin Maya.
wow. Okay. That's a lot at once, but got it. Jaya Muhammad Salaliolis. It's good to properly meet you. And yeah, I'm definitely ready to talk about why stealing is wrong. It feels pretty fundamental.
Okay, so Maya,
Right.
my first
Where do you want
question
to
is
start?
what do you think stealing means?
That's a good place to begin. To me, stealing means taking something that doesn't belong to you, but it's more than just the act of physically taking something, isn't it? There's a violation of trust involved and a disregard for someone else's ownership or rights. What about you, Chael? What does stealing mean to you?
Okay, stealing means my next question is why do some people steal?
No, the the past tense. That sounds like it might be a bit of a trip. Are you excited about it? Is that where you're headed after we chat?
Give me answer. Okay,
Hey, no worries if you're just
My question is why do some people steal?
That's the big question, isn't it? There are so many reasons. Sometimes it's out of desperation, if someone's really struggling to meet basic needs like food or shelter, but it can also be about opportunity or even just poor impulse control. Sometimes people steal because they feel entitled to something or because they're angry or resentful. It's rarely simple, I think. What are your thoughts on why people steal? As a
Okay,
student,
Maya.
have you
So my
considered
next
it?
question is: have you ever seen someone steal?
Whoa, that came out of nowhere. I didn't quite catch that, and it sounded like a mix of languages. Could you say that again? Maybe a little slower. I want to make sure I understand what you're asking about your nephew, Janice.
Okay, Maya. Nice answer. So my next question is: how do you feel when you see stealing?
Okay, you lost me again there. Nice answers to my next internet Lucy's TV. I'm having a little trouble following. Could you maybe rephrase that? I want to make sure I'm understanding what you're getting at. Are we still talking about stealing or did we shift topics?
Maya, my question is: how do you feel when you see stealing?
That's a really good question, Chael. Honestly, it makes me feel unsettled. It feels like a violation, even though I'm not the one being stolen from. It's upsetting to think about someone else's trust being broken and the harm it causes to the person who's had something taken from them. It just feels fundamentally unfair. It makes me feel sad, I guess. How about you? How do you feel when you see someone stealing?
Okay, Maya. So my
Hey, are
next
you
question
still there?
is stealing
Sometimes
fair
the
or unfair? My question is stealing fair or unfair? Why is fast food
definitely unfair, unequivocally unfair. It disrupts balance, it causes harm, and it's built on disrespect. Fairness is about everyone having equal access and opportunity, and stealing directly takes that away from someone else. There's really no way to spin it as fair, do you think? Chael,
Okay,
still with
Maya.
me?
So my
It's
next
okay.
question is how get hurt when someone steals?
That's a really important question. Someone can get hurt in a lot of ways when they're stolen from. Of course, there's the material loss. Losing something valuable can be really difficult, especially if it's something they needed or worked hard for. But it also causes emotional pain. It can make people feel violated, insecure, angry, and distrustful of others. It can even shake their sense of safety and well being. It's not just about the thing that's taken, it's about the feeling of being wrong. Does that make sense?
Okay, Maya. So my next question
Jael,
is what
you're
happens
being
if someone steals in school?
okay. So you're thinking about what happens after someone steals and how it affects school? It sounds like you're thinking about consequences and what comes next. Are you wondering how stealing impacts the school environment or what should happen to someone who steals at school? Jael, are you still there?
Okay, any so Maya, my next question is what happens if someone steals in shop?
It's a really important question, Che. If someone is still in shock after being stolen from, it's really important to get them support. Shock can manifest in a lot of ways. Someone might be numb, confused, anxious, or even physically ill. It's crucial to let them know they're safe and that it's okay to feel however they're feeling. They might need to talk to someone they trust, like a friend, family member, or counselor. Sometimes professional help is needed to process the trauma and cope with the emotional aftermath. It's not something to just get over. It's a real response to a really upsetting event.
Okay, Maya. So my next question
Jaya,
is how do you
everything
feel when someone steals from you?
that's a surprisingly poignant question. It feels awful, honestly. It creates a sense of distance and betrayal when someone is talking about you behind your back. It's a violation of trust and it erodes connection. It makes you question their motives. It makes it hard to feel safe around them. It can be really painful. Does that resonate with you, Chael? Have you ever experienced that?
Okay, Maya. So my next question is what should you do if someone wants stealing?
Ooh, that's a really serious question, child. If someone is threatening to kill someone, that's an emergency situation. You need to tell a trusted adult immediately, a parent, teacher, counselor, or the police. It's not something you can or should handle on your own. There are people who can help, and it's vital to get them involved right away. Do you are you worried about someone specifically? Is someone threatening you or someone you know? It's okay to tell me if you are.
Okay, Maya. So nice answer. My next question is why is it important to be honest?
Okay. Sunai Samshan. Got it. And that's a wonderful question. Being honest is so important because it builds trust. Without trust, relationships fall apart and it's hard to create a strong community. Honesty also allows us to live with integrity, to feel good about who we are and the choices we make. It allows for genuine connection and creates a foundation for healthy relationships. It's not always easy, but it's always the right path, I think. What does honesty mean to you, Jael?
Okay, so my next question is Maya. Can stealing break trust between two people?
Yes? Go ahead, Jael. I'm listening.
Okay, Maya. Nice answer. So my next question is why do parents tell
Okay.
students not to stealing?
I I'm really lost, Jael. Kijan, this is why I do pants. Tell students not to study. I'm completely unsure what that means. Are you feeling all right? Maybe we should take a break or switch to a different topic.
Okay, Maya. My next question is what do teachers say about stealing?
I imagine teachers would say stealing is absolutely unacceptable. They likely emphasize that it breaks school rules, disrupts the learning environment, and undermines trust within the classroom. They'd probably talk about the importance of respecting other people's property and the consequences of stealing, both legal and ethical. They want to teach students to resolve conflicts peacefully and to ask for help when they need it, rather than resorting to stealing. I bet a lot of teachers also use it as a teachable moment to discuss honesty, empathy, and personal responsibility. Does that sound right to you? What do the teachers at your school say about stealing?
My nice answer for my next question is stealing ever okay? Why or why not?
Dealing with a lot of people, that can be both. You're saying dealing with a lot of people is difficult? That makes total sense. It can be exhausting,
Maya, my
overwhelming.
question is why stealing over okay? Why or why not?
Okay, Chaya, I'm really trying to follow, but I'm having a hard time understanding what you're asking. It sounds like you're asking why something is happening and then questioning whether it should happen or not. Could you maybe rephrase that, please? I want to make sure I can give you a helpful answer.
Okay, Maya, nice
Chaya,
answer. So my next
are you
question is
still
what
there?
can happen if a thief is in the future?
Please do, Chaya.
My
I'm all ears.
Maya,
Anything
my
you want to
question
share?
is what
I'm here to listen.
what can happen if the thief in the future?
That's a huge question. The future is full of possibilities. It's hard to predict exactly what will happen, but I think we can hope for a future where people are more understanding, compassionate, and focused on solving the big problems facing the world, like climate change, poverty, and inequality. I hope we see more innovation and collaboration and greater emphasis on kindness and respect. What do you hope for in the future, Shael? What kind of future do you want to see?
Okay, and he can Maya, can we take up a small break?
I can't even make a post-mortem. That sounds really difficult, Shael. That phrase usually refers to a review after something bad has happened. Are you feeling overwhelmed by something? Is there something you're struggling to process? It's okay if you don't want to talk about it, but I'm here if you do. Jael, are you still with me? Just checking in. It's okay if you need a moment of silence or just want to sit quietly. Hey, still thinking about all that stealing stuff, huh?
Okay, Maya, so our break was finished. My next question is does stealing make someone a bad person or not?
Whoa, okay. That's a really interesting way to put it. Does stealing make some stew and a better person? I'm not sure I fully follow, but it sounds like you're wondering if even something negative like stealing can somehow lead to good things or make someone grow. I honestly don't think so. Stealing doesn't build character, it erodes it. It's a harmful act that hurts others and ultimately doesn't lead to genuine growth. Any perceived benefit would come at someone else's expense, and that's not really, well, a good foundation for anything, is it? What makes you ask that, though? It feels like there's something more to the question.
Okay, my nice answer for my next question is what should what should a person do if they steal something?
Okay. So if a person does something wrong, honestly, own it. Take responsibility. It's rarely easy, but it's the most important thing. Apologize sincerely to anyone you've hurt. And then, crucially, try to make amends. Figure out what you can do to fix the situation or at least make it better. Don't just say sorry. show it. Does that make sense? It's something we talked about a bit the other day, actually, with that whole apology thing. What do you think?
Okay, Maya. So time also going very much. So in last, I asked a few questions. So my question is, what lesson can you learn from note stealing? Note stealing.
Okay, so learning from not stealing. That's a good flip. That's a really insightful way to look at it. I think the biggest lesson is appreciating the value of what you have and respecting what others have earned. It reinforces the importance of honesty, integrity, and hard work. It also teaches empathy, understanding how violating someone's trust feels. When you choose not to steal, you build character and you contribute to a more just and peaceful world. It's about valuing things beyond their monetary worth, you know? What do you think the biggest lesson is?
Okay, Maya. Okay,
Everything all
Maya.
right?
So my
You've
next
gone
question
quiet
is,
again.
what do you want to say to person who steals?
That's a tough one. If I could say something to someone who steals, I'd want them to understand the harm they're causing, not just the monetary loss, but the emotional toll, the feeling of violation, the loss of trust. I'd want them to know that there are other ways to get what they need, ways that don't involve hurting others. And I'd want them to know that it's never too late to make things right, to apologize, and to choose a different path. It's about reminding them of their own humanity and the humanity of the person they're hurting. What would you say to someone who steals?
Okay, Maya. Thank you so much, Maya. You share
Trial?
some.
Are you still with me?
You share some one
It's
great
okay if you
ideas
need a
today.
moment,
We
but
learned
I
that
want to make sure
stealing
you're all
is
right.
not just
We've
wrong,
been
but
going back and
also
forth
hurt
a
people.
bit
Let's
quietly, and I
all
just
try
want
to
to
be
check
kind,
in.
honest. Any, thank you so much. You shared some great ideas today. We learned that stealing is not just wrong about also hurt people. Let's all try to be kind, honest, and fair. Goodbye and take care.
Oh, all right. Well, you're very welcome, Chayam. That's a beautiful sentiment. Kindness, honesty, and care. And you're right, it's not just talk, it's about how it impacts real people. I'm glad I could share some thoughts with you. Take care too. Have a good one.
Okay, so you are this is interview with Maya. I hope you like
Hey,
another
are you
interview.
still there?
Allah Hafiz.
Everything okay?